Well, there's most of it. There's no room up here. You're getting wrecked. Back up. There we go. Morning, everybody. So I've got a guy blocking my way out this morning, so I figured I'd jump on and make some content. Kind of the goal for today is just to show you what all I use in a day. I've recently got the DJI mic, had a few videos on my GoPro that the audio just went wild. Those are a pain, so hopefully this will be a more consistent version of audio file. So just prepping for a couple swaps. Hopefully that won't stay in the way all day. Hopefully not, but his semi is still down the road and it's a one-lane road. So stuff I use through the day, I got this messy truck, my filing system, the bullet point mounting systems. This is a pretty neat setup. They make them for your different models, and I got one for the F250, and I snapped this off, pulled this little piece of plastic off, took this little filler out and the cover for the speaker, and this mounting plate screws in to that, and then underneath it, before I installed it, I had screwed mounting points for a GoPro holder and my phone holder, and then put cushions on there because of the long arms to keep the jiggling at a minimal. And this is my backup camera, trailer camera. So I use it for all my stuff, for backing up and hooking up my trailer, all that stuff. So it's got a pretty good magnet. I had one that run off of my phone and just used like a little Wi-Fi connection, but the distance from sitting in my truck to the tail of the trailer to line up cans with, it kept being real spotty, glitching out and then waiting for the video to catch up. So that was not ideal, but this little guy works pretty good. It's got a little antenna, it's got real strong magnets on the bottom. I've got to be careful of where I set it, where it's just easier to slide it sideways and get it off of the trailer, of the tongue of the trailer whenever I'm mounting, getting that stuff, putting the cans on and off. Throw it here. It's got a 2019 and it does not have anything for the hitch camera wise. I'll talk in, remember to lower my tailgate, all the crucial stuff. Let's see if this thing will kick on for us. Playing my music. All right, so let's pause that. A little power button on the plug there. And just comes on like that. So, turn my buzzer off on the truck, put my phone in the mounting bracket, and then I need to go around this way. Trying to back it up straight because I've got to unload this can first, and I've got 2 swaps to make. I've got a 25 yard here in town, and then I've got to go out of town for another 25 yard. I've got more coming. I only have 2 right now in my inventory. So I'm gonna take the one in town, take it out of town to the dump, go to the one out of town, and then swap it over so we can hit the power button, turn off the camera, save the battery, and then remember to put it back in the truck. It's got solar panels on the top, keep it on the dash, and I've had it at least 6 months, and I've never had to charge it. Even when I was parking the truck in the carport for a while, I never had to charge it. And my phone has a magnet on the back of my phone case, so flat surfaces it can stick around. But I'm gonna be off the thing for a little bit. Might have to pull forward. Also got a tripod on my phone, but it's not gonna be anything we need or can use, not really. But it'll work. Click, clack, bow. Alright. Now I put this little clip in here on this because I have to use an extension, because when I plug for the trailer wasn't quite long enough, and it would stretch it real good whenever I'd make tight turns, or I'd back up and need to angle the trailer pretty sharp. It would pull way too tight. So I got this extension because I had to install, or I had to have the gooseneck part of the truck installed, and it was an extra chunk to get in the truck to get a plug in the bed for the gooseneck. So I just spent 20 bucks and got an extension for it instead of a couple $100 for the other. A port installed in the truck bed. Oh, Mosquitoville. I'm gonna take care of those pretty soon. Come on. It's always fun doing things one-handed. All right, never forget to clip that guy. And I know I have once, and I always think about it because I've seen people end up on highlight reels, and it's not very nice for them or their equipment. Anyway, the essentials that I've been working with roofers lately, so have the rolling magnet, got to watch out for your own tires, have to have the backup gas, shovel broom just in case for cleanup. I've got a reeving system from Texas Pride, so I keep the gas in there. I don't want to end up mid-job or mid-run and had forgotten to top it off and then run out of gas. So there's that. We'll fire this thing up and be pretty loud, and then get this can off, and we will be on the way. Let's see here. Pop. Not really made for short people. Another essentials is stickers. Not all the time will you be running, and the person you talk to or the person that signed the contract for your rental agreement is oftentimes not the person that actually does the work filling the order, filling the actual dumpster. So it's nice to have those on, a visual reference. Doesn't always work. People just don't pay attention sometimes. Pull that in a little bit, then we'll go up. And I'll just pull out and drop it. This is going to be a little fun. One-handed. Love the wireless remote though. It's really nice. Comes in pretty handy. Just tight enough not to slap around too much. So that's us. We've got 2 in the yard now. Haven't had 2 dumpsters in the yard for, oh man, almost 2 months. As soon as I'd pick one up, I'd get a call, wondered where the dumpster's going, get a call for a rental, and it'd turn into 4 or 5. So it's kind of the same with this one, because I've got a guy that needs 4. So I've got 2, and as soon as 1 or 2 more open, I'm gonna give him a call and they'll all go to the same place. So it's not too bad. All my chainsaws and buckets. I got a bucket here and a little hand magnet on that black yellow handled pole. I can sweep up those screws and nails from the roofing jobs and put them all on the line and then pick them up with that little one. Here's the other mounting bracket for my iPad. It's a tablet. I'm not an Apple person, and I didn't want to set another one up here because I knew it would block all my stuff in this screen and have to take it on and off. So on the bullet point, I got a cup holder, one for a cup holder, so it just squeezes. I've got to adjust it pretty often to keep it tight because it jiggles around a lot going in the landfills and stuff. So now we'll just have to wait for this semi to move or put it in 4-wheel drive and take the ditch. We'll see. So I will see you in a minute once I get to the next stop for the pickup. Let's go ahead and prep everything. Thing that I've got that's really nice is a Z flash wired in to my truck wires. Hold that down, everything blinks a few times, and then I'm gonna need to get my backup camera, my remote. So let me start this trailer back up. That's another thing that I like. This is where I put the camera, right there, right above the spear. But those flashers are really good. A lot of people don't pay attention to just regular hazard lights. So this flashes a pretty sporadic pattern. But I've got to hurry. As always, I'm kind of in the way everywhere. But I do that. Hit the button for the camera to come on. Now I can get in place and raise the trailer up. And there's the end of my forks on the trailer. That is everything. So here a little, there a little, and then back up. Make sure I miss this curb. Just miss it. All right. Straighten her up. Backwards. Oh, no, no, no. There we go. We'll lift the forks up a little more. Or down. Lift the dump bed up so it'll drop the forks down. And I'm right on that curb. Let's see, I'm probably over to the left too much. Yes. Way too much because I'm right on the curb. Pull it out. Now it's too much the other way. They don't give you a whole lot of room on these. That's why the cameras are real handy. Sometimes I get it spot on, sometimes I don't, but this kind of saves the back of my seat, the side of my seat from sliding in and out of the truck. So that's it right there. Done with the camera. Just put it on the side of the fender. Then I gotta run out the winch. Run out the cable, not the winch. Hook this guy up. And pull her in. Always, I forget every now and then, haven't had a deal. I checked it the other day. Always make sure the latches are locked. I don't want to unload anything as I'm taking it off to unload it. So I usually get it a quarter of the way up and then come underneath the tarp system and check my rails. The rails are lined up while I still have play in it versus the trailer. I'll run it up. This isn't a heavy load. It's got a lot of water in it. It's been raining a lot, but if it was a heavy load, I'd drop the dump angle down as I'm picking it up, and then I'd let more of the surface area touch on the trailer, and then pull it in like that, and then I'd raise the dump angle, pull it in a few inches, raise the dump angle, pull it in a few inches. I don't want to make on those corner points, if it's too heavy, I've seen guys pull it in and put too much pressure on that and end up bending their rails. So once it gets about there, most of the way up, I'll take it and drop it down. I don't ever drop it all the way, because there's always a little angle somewhere. You're on a driveway that's real steep, and then the can free flies up to the front of the trailer. It's not great. So I'll leave it at a little angle, and then I'll pull it in till it stops. If this is the right one, it might not be. Oh, there it is. All right. So it's in its little anchor points. Drop it all the way down. Lower my system. Don't forget my key. Put the kickstand on the phone and watch the phone fall. Safety chain. Lock. Tarp up over. As long as I'm out of the trees, I'll run it like that. Make sure the tarp has tension, and it's just on the end. But I want to keep tension around the fronts and the side. So do an inspection around here. Make sure there's nothing on the edges. Tarp's covering everything. Don't forget my camera. And that's about it. We'll run and dump. We're kind of stopped for a minute at the dump ground. Wait for this truck to pull up and around. I'm gonna take my tarp off real quick, get my camera up. You'll kind of see where it's at, but I usually put it on that top rail, turn it on here so you can see it, and then it'll come on, and then I'll start my engine, have everything prepped. All the clay, sticky, nasty stuff. Start that up, roll back the tarp. The wind's got my tarp all stinking flustered because it's frickin' side wind. Damn it. But that's the attention you gotta pay to keep these tarp arms straight. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Gotta pull it out from those little Texas Pride tabs. Anchor it down. Put this on the top rail. Angle it down. Then I can see when the pesky trash slides out of the can or not. I don't have to jump in and out. And you can't see it. Dang it. Because of the stinking sun. Anyway, there it's at. I can see it. You can't. Maybe when I turn around, it's still shiesty. Golly. Do not like this. And I'm gonna have to do it again. I gotta come back here to dump again. 4-wheel drive is the only way. I'd have been in a bad way already. Just pulling straight in if I'd have had a 2-wheel drive. Man. Definitely not doing myself any favors today. Definitely not. This is crazy. But I've never had much luck out at this dump ground being very well organized. I could not get on that other side of this thing for nothing. This is the only spot I could get to. Stink. I'm just glad I wasn't hauling shingles. They put some shingles in here. But whatevers. I'll walk around this thing. I don't know what they're doing. They don't even have the smasher out here. Come on. There you go. Anywho, let's get to dumping. Turn this on. Up we go. All right. Pretty much jumping on top of that other guy's stuff, so about as far back as I can get. Sure don't have any room. What's this truck doing? All right. Well, there's most of it. But it's gonna leave a debris pile. Because there's no room up here to get correct. Back up. There we go. There you go. All right, now we can drop her down. Don't have to get out. We can just get out of this mud pit while we're lowering the dump. All right, down. Remote's off. Now we just go pay the ticket. Oh, get bumped around. All right. Got everything in. Got the doors closed. I had to get out of that place to get out of the way. So I got the camera off, got it back inside, paid the dump ticket. Now I've got the job cleared. So I use iCans. I just started 2 weeks ago. So I'm the driver because I'm the owner operator. So there's my service coverage area. It's pretty neat how you set it all up. And maybe I'll have a video about that later on. So I picked up, if it'll focus, I picked up and then dropped off here. Picked up here, dropped off here at the dump ground, and got the can assigned as available and I've got to create. So go to my deployed assets. I've got another place. Regina, she needs a swap. So I'm gonna take and hit the swap button. And then, so I'll drop off and swap here for the dumpster that I just emptied. So I'll go through and put in the 25-yard dumpster. What's she doing? Construction debris. She's cleaning out. They're demoing an old barn. Today's date, I'm assigning me as the driver. Right there. Then I'll hit save. So, another necessity, especially in the summer, and in my demographic, is off. I had forgot last time I come out here, and goodness, I got so many chiggers. I brought 2 bottles, 2 cans, because this one was a little low. A lot low. So, anyway, I'm not doing very good filming. I guess I don't have to film all this crap. Anyway, yep, gets them off. I got like 15 chiggers last time I dropped. Right there. So now we'll just drop next to it, pick that one up. That was exciting. This thing slid, the trailer slid sideways going through the gate, and I stopped within inches of clipping the gate with the side of my trailer tire. Always vigilant. So let's get this unloaded. Unloaded, unclipped. Oh yeah. Don't ask me how that happened right in the middle, flinging that mud. Let me gas this up, we'll go. Got that reach? Huh, little bitty cactuses. Little bitty cactuses. All right. Pop it down, boy. She looks good. All right. She looks all right. Latches are closed, so we're good to pick that up. Come on, let's go. Step over all the cactuses. Goes, baby. Stuck on a clog. So if I pull it up, let it back out. Nope, not happening. Just make sure my foot's off. I don't know why I'm yelling, I got a microphone. Make sure my foot's off, and then I'll pull out back out of it, drop it as I'm letting it down. Bingo. buddy hands. Then I will take the camera. Whoop. And we are on the ground. Take my backup camera and we'll swap this, hang out a little bit. Hey, my hand. Picture. There we go. Ropes up. Slide it in the middle. Tilt it just a little bit. See if this is enough slack. Yep. Get this clip off there. Pull that in a bit. I'm gonna center that thing a little bit more. That should work. All right, now turn on my camera. I could. That'd be all right. That'd be all right. Bye. Okay, I'm squealing, so I'm gonna go down on my trailer because that little roller's on the, it's hitting the ground. That right there should be good. And now I'm gonna disconnect, aren't I? No signal. Whatever. It's not a good advertisement for that. It happens every now and then, especially in rural areas. Don't know why. Don't know why, because in town, you never does that. But I was dropping out by the lake in Pottsboro, and it kept cutting off like that. And then here, I mean, I'm backing up and it's pulling forward. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't know why that affects it. Being in the country shouldn't affect that. The peer-to-peer antenna. But it does, I guess. Come on, catch up. Now let me see if I can lift this up a little bit. There we go. There we go. I pushed it a little bit, but that helped it line up. I'm gonna keep the phone in here. Let's shackle up. And I'm on dirt, so I can push it around easy. Camera on. Come on. And it's a winner. Well, down, drop down, lift up the rollers off the ground a little bit. Rotate this in. It's a little crooked the way it's lining up with these rails, one and then the other. So while it still has some distance, I'm gonna crank the wheel just a little bit, kind of even that out. Step over the cow pies. So I am done with this camera. I'm gonna stand up, check this out, roll it in, pull it this way. I need to go in reverse. And while it's rolling in, that should get it. The door shuts on me. Step over the ants. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm done with the remote. All right, off. Gotta turn the remote off. Grab this guy, skip the ants, and lay down the tarp. Now it'll unfurl itself from the wind at the dump ground, and we'll lay it out good. Make sure there's tension on it on the front part. Walk around. I did not. I've been forgetting to take confirmation pictures. I get doing multiple things, so I guess I'm gonna do that real quick. Well, I'm at the dump again, dropping off Regina's stuff, and that's what I mean. This dump ground isn't all that organized. I'm used to something, you know, Whitesboro dump ground. The landfill is nice. They've got people backing up trailers, got this dozer that keeps getting in the way, but he's doing his job, and they got people over here hand unloading stuff. They've been there for 20 minutes. I've been waiting. This other truck cuts in my way because I'm waiting out of the way to let these bigger trucks get out, because there was an 18-wheeler in here. And yeah, I don't know. Just waiting, being patient, watching people back up and slide around in the mud. All right, finally came out. Had to do a lot of digging, but now the bulldozer's sitting in the exit. I don't know if he's waiting for me or what, but I'm finally done. I've been here at least 20 minutes trying to get this thing dumped out, and now I'm waiting on the bulldozer to get out of the way. Lucky day, lucky day. I'm waiting on you, Bubba. Come on, man. Does he want me to pull in his way so I can block everybody in and out? I'm just sitting there. I don't know. Whatever, I guess. Well, this is the end of my round robin stuff. Swapping and swapping. 2 dumps, 2 swaps. Okay, start this boy up. Bring it. Gotta make sure my tarp's away. And this here is past the red line for the front of the can. Should be fine. Right there. Good thing about pavement drops, they usually slide all the way off the trailer. So I just kind of line up with the curb, let her roll. Getting slowly but surely. Pretty close to the bottom, then we'll roll it out. Double check while it's still on the rails and we're inside the line. Push it back a little bit. All right. That's about all she wrote. There we go. Oh man. All right. One-handed in the hook. Pull the slack out of the line a little bit. All right, we'll just pull forward and let her down. If I pull it a little tight, once the hydraulic motor stops, it gives some slack to that cord, that cable. Drop her down. Slowly. But it's all right. Off with the key. Can't forget to turn that off. That's always a stretch. Always a stretch. I'm not tall. I'm not too short. Be a pain in the butt. I put a little tag on my remote so I don't forget the key. So that's another nice thing. I can look down and make sure I don't leave the key in the ignition, then run off and have it fall somewhere, and then I'm up a creek. All right, so let's take a confirmation picture and we'll be out of here. Anyway, only come out with a little cut unloading that tin. I was not gonna try to do that one-handed and hold the camera. Didn't have time to put a head mount or chest mount on anything. With the GoPros, I was just trying to get some content out and had a rush, and I'm always in a rush. I always have people that need something right now, and so that's just how it is. So a lot of times I can't take the time to do any kind of filming, and if I do, it takes me time again to find time at the end of the day and motivation to do the editing. So we'll probably just keep this editing simple. I say that, and then I get carried away and start adding stuff and to make things look good. But so that's it. We picked up from one, went to the dump, dropped it, took it out of town, so I didn't have to make the out of town trip twice. Dropped off that one, picked up that lady's, and brought it back into town to the dump ground. And then, because it was only this first place picked up, we just dropped off. It was on, it's like 13 minutes from the dump. So I saved a lot of gas doing that. Let me turn off my flashers, and I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. This guy's real close into the exit, so I'm gonna jump off this way. Get out here and stop and clog up both lanes because these people aren't going on the green light, but whatevers. I was afraid that guy was coming in and I was clogging up the entrance because the other guys were blocking the exit. That's kind of the way the day's been, but that dang goofy dump, I mean, I don't know. it's all right because it's on this side of town. It saves me, it saves me from going 30 minutes out of the way and then adding 45 minutes because the other one's 15 minutes in the direction I was going. So it's good there, but I mean, then it took me, what, 35, 45 minutes? So I didn't save much gas. I just saved some time. Or not, didn't save any time. I just saved gas. And it's one of those days. So now, going to get Tractor Supply stuff, pick up some dog food and yada yada, all that stuff. And now I'm gonna get in the way again for everybody else. And then this guy pulls out in my way. I guess we're just doing that. Just pulling right in front of everybody. Whatever. Whatevs. Not necessary things. Business shirts, business name, website on the back. But you look professional. That always helps. More advice when you're just starting out, be minimal on the business cards, because I changed some information. I went like, oh man, I'm gonna hand these out. I've got like 5 or 6 places I can drop them off at. And then I put them out after I got them printed. I was like, man, I probably need to get a second phone number so I know exactly who's calling me and I'm not just business answering every phone call. So I had to do some reprinting. I'm glad I didn't change the price because, your price changes. The dump ground went up a couple dollars, and, fuel's up and down. So I would not recommend putting prices on your business cards that you hand out. I do dumpster sizes on there, put my website on there, and if my dumpster size has changed, and they have, I'm gonna add 15-yard dumpsters to my availability. Then, they can figure that out on the website. I've got my 20s and 25s labeled and posted on the card, but nothing else. I don't have prices. So that's one thing that shouldn't do, is put prices on there. Hopefully nobody blocks me in. So that's kind of my advice on that. Hope you guys have a good day, and hope this mic turns out well. Sure will save me time if I don't have a bunch of stinking audio problems like the last few times. All right, catch you guys on the next one.